Get ready, anyone watching? Welcome to the Red Arrow Roundtable. September 3rd, 2025. We're doing social media opportunities in about 10 minutes.
All right, so welcome to Roundtable version 2.0. I have a little presentation I'd like to make. This one? No. Oh, wait. Oh, duh. All right, I hope everybody can hear this, because this is where I get all my dad jokes.
Not too major fault. I don't listen. And something else. Every time I get to work, I hide. Oh, yeah. Good employees are hard to find. For all the inspectors over the last 100 years, the dry rate board has got. I history degree is useless. There's no future.
Yeah.
A friend of mine got kidnapped by a group of mine. They did unspeakable things to him. Just seen a burglar kicking in his own door. He must have been working from home.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of elevator music. It's bad on so many levels. What word starts with E and ends with E? So only has one letter in it. What? Embolism. It's a 5-minute walk from my house to the bar. It's a 45-minute walk from the bar to my house. The difference is staggering. Woman have to check her balance. Left winger. What do you call a magician? Just walking magic. Three conspiracy theorists walk into a bar. And you can't tell me that they're coincidence. Why is dark spelled with a K? Because you can't see in the dark.
Oh.
What generation does Forrest Gump belong to? Gen A. How many 50% of owners let their pets sleep in their bed? Not a good idea, though. I like mine. My goldfish died. What always starts with W and ends with a T? What? It does, it really does. Right. It doesn't matter if you're tall, short, thin, fat, rich, or poor. At the end of the day, it's night.
Oh, Lord.
I tried to give my friend an apple the other day.
Sorry about that one.
He said he only likes pears. I know. Did you give him an extra apple? No. My son asked me what it was like to be married. So I told him to leave me alone. And when he did, I said, why are you ignoring me? My neighbors listen to great music, whether they like it or not. It takes guts to be an organ donor.
Yeah.
Someone told me my first show was gay. And it came out of college this morning, so. An invisible man marries an invisible woman. The kids were nothing to look at either.
right, is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's enough. That's a good spot. One more. Oh, no. Oh,
Should use it a lot of time.
anyhow. Anyhow, that's that. That's where I get them from. That's where all the ones at the district dinner came from. I have a list like you wouldn't believe. I think every meeting should have at least one. Every class period has at least one where I teach.
Will you vote on it?
Nope. If you lead the meeting, you get to lead it.
And you can use that.
So you don't need to hit present on this?
Well, you can do the presentation.
Oh, yeah, and please stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance. I forgot again.
Oh, no.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, I would like to introduce Wade. I forgot the last name. Wade West. There you go. Wade West is going to do some social media.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wade.
Thank you. Okay, it's all mine. And welcome to this very first hybrid in-person and off-site roundtable event. Because they've either been all in or all out, right? So, well, from the cheap seats, can you hear us?
Gotcha.
All right.
All right.
Somebody heard us. Cool. So let's see, tonight, as long as I can get all of the technology to work in one. We're gonna talk about recruitment and social media for units. So here's the plan.
I'm good. Trying to get a better picture here.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, sorry, guys. My bad. All right, so you can kind of see the screen.
You can see the screen.
Austin, is your laptop also displaying the presentation?
No, we are on a separate laptop for the meeting
Oh, okay.
because of the way the classroom was set up.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So I'm sorry. This is the best I can do.
Oh, no, it's fine. I just thought if we screen shared, it might help.
Yeah, I appreciate the offer. I appreciate the input.
Hey, we can, do I try popping that first bank of lights up? Now that it's up close, is that any better? Better. All right, stay awake, all these, watching, I can see all your eyes. All right, so we're gonna talk about discovery, we're gonna talk about your unit as your product, talk about responsiveness, Facebook, just some of the basics. We're gonna engage our friend, the Edge method. We're actually. We're gonna do something productive with our night. Then we're gonna talk about distribution strategy, and then we'll wrap it up with a little open mic. So, with that, this is for discussion. Who was born into scouting, into a scouting family? They came out with a uniform on, and it was a predetermined decision which unit you were gonna go into, and then which of your kids you're gonna go into. All right.
How many people raise their hand?
3 people raise their hand. This question is not exactly for you specifically. For the rest of the mere mortals in the room, how did you find your unit when you first brought your kids to scouting? How did you find out about scouts?
It was the unit at the school.
Unit at the school? Okay. Everybody unit at the school? Okay, you guys are all too old for this project. We've already blown up the whole conversation. I was hoping that there were people who didn't get to have units at the school giving presentations.
Yeah, so for me, it was word of mouth.
Word of mouth?
Yeah.
Okay. Just friends,
Yep.
kids with the same age.
Yeah, so a guy I went to college with, his kids, great. It's like, hey, come check this out.
Yep, and that is, when I was at the PAC, that was a lot of what we had. Was that, hey,
my kid's interested in scouts. Do you want to join scouts because scouting is more fun with a buddy? So it's a lot more challenging, especially down here in our district, with KUSD and RUSD, kind of closing off a little bit of our communication stream. So we started leaning more on social media. Now, one of the biggest things we need to think about is your unit as a product, right? And I've seen a few Scoutmasters, a few Cub Master patches. Everybody here is a leader at some point, at some level, right? We all have responsibility to our units. So as that, you're the salesperson. You are the shining, smiling, happy face of your unit, whether it's a pack or a troop. Especially you. So when I'm out,
Oh, and we had a couple of people comment in the chat about bscout.org and some other things. Anybody who's online, if you want to chime in, you're on speaker, so.
yeah, you guys can just jump in, because I can't see you. All your cameras are off. So when I was a Cub Master and I've graduated, I crossed over in February. I'm super happy. I walked around with these in my pocket, and I would talk to people at the grocery store. I would talk to people at the bank. I would talk to people, anybody who had a kid in tow. We'd get a conversation about when we were in Joint Scouts. Most of the time, they thought I was here. Every once in a while, I get an engagement. Get something, anything with the unit information on it. Business card. Kids don't really care for business cards, but if you can give them a glittery sticker to put on a water bottle or a laptop or a bike helmet, now we've got something. And we've got it in their hands, and they see it all the time. And then we just talk about scouts, and we talk about why Pack 750 was great, and why should you join? What's important? But for somebody who doesn't know anything about scouts, scouts is scouts, right? So what makes your unit different? What makes your unit special? Why would anybody want to join your unit versus my unit? Think about that for a second. And when I imagined this presentation, I was thinking more like small group tables like we used to have. I wasn't expecting rows. So herd amongst your friends and group up into smaller groups and talk for 2 minutes about why is your troop special, or why is your pack special? Why should somebody join yours versus somebody off the street, somebody who isn't here? And you guys online, you chat amongst yourselves. Why is your unit special? And then we're going to feed back. So this is an actual assignment. We're going to dump it back. If you don't know each other, introduce yourselves.
You got no choice.
I'll press it all now. Yeah, I can do all this stuff, we'll get a sheet of what's my business later. If I don't look at this stuff,
Presentation on the left, maybe I can put it on this.
if you have one, we could just dump it.
We did that too.
All right, I'm trying to put the presentation on the computer and screen share it.
I'll just advance.
Oh, and then I'll put that, and then I'll put this up there. So we're good. Once in a while, I can think of something.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, move that computer back towards you,
Which way? How far back?
just out off the desk. Thank you.
Let's talk first. What makes your unit, you share your unit where you're at, so everybody starts to get to know each other. This season. So what makes your unit cool?
Cindy Gardner.
Oh, did we lose everybody?
28
Oh,
Cub Master.
darn it.
Essentially, we were able to schedule 18 different unique activities this summer for our scouts. So 18 between parades, outings, pool parties, joint ventures with other packs, military museum. So we were able to do
Could
a bunch of them join us
Could I
events as
ask you to
well
move to
throughout the
the desk so I
summer.
could use this one as a camera
Try to
to
keep
get
it,
him? Sorry, thank
try to
you.
keep it interesting and engaging.
Take my picture.
So that way we're.
I am.
At least I feel like that sets it apart.
Well, it's all, we're trying to figure it out as we go here.
Can I sit here?
If you want to sit that close.
And it helps that the local towns and counties actually have their own events scheduled. So we just, say, hey, we're representing the fact of this event.
Yeah,
You don't have to do any of the planning, just show up.
that's the best part. Anytime you can glom onto somebody else's work
Mm-hmm.
and put your uniform on and make it look like it's yours. That's great. So I just grabbed it. How about you guys? What makes your unit special? Why would a kid want to join your unit? Okay, scarcity, that's good reason as any. Probably not as enticing to a 9-year-old as maybe we think, but want to be a scout? You got to scout with us too. So, cool. How about you guys on the far end? What makes your units interesting and unique? Either one of those. Okay, well. We've
You're at Roundtable. We've always had trouble. I mean, most people, when it's ocean or scene area, I understand you from the ocean.
Too, because I'm driving through that
Pleasant Prairie.
way.
Is there anything that you could add possibly that could allow us to have?
Be better to. Oh, okay. Okay.
I think this moving people in is gonna be a big help. Right? It's a 25-minute drive. My kids go to school in Paris, so this is our church in the KR Catholics fourplex, so. Won't say Robert's. But somebody who lives on the lake, yeah, that's pack your dinner while travel plan for your money. So, yeah, I mean,
If you have any suggestion to make it a little bit better.
I think. I'd say I have family that lives in Kenosha, and unless it's in Kenosha, I mean, so I grew up out in the county, so 25-30 minute drive, that's just everywhere. Right. But for like my wife's family grew up on the lake in Kenosha. 5 minutes for them to go far.
I agree with you.
The school she went to is right around the corner. The grocery store they go to is right around the corner. The church they go to is right around the corner. He worked at the post office down the road. They would, I mean, the first time they drove off the house and we built it, they're like, where are we, Iowa? I'm not trying to.
Well, I
provoke
thought that
people
too when I
to
first came to
Kenosha,
Kenosha.
But it's just,
But to be fair,
True
if you
statement.
live on the lake, it's 25 minutes before you even hit Green Bay Road. Snaking through all the neighborhoods. So it's, I mean, it's a travel commitment. So I think, you know, maybe changing nights is good. My pack always bet on Thursdays.
This is great.
So the fact that we're making an effort to change nights and maybe we start, you know, maybe we look at the calendar and say, okay, we're gonna meet Wednesdays on these months, we're gonna meet Tuesdays on these months. Try and shuffle up because there's groups that meet on Wednesday, without all those units. and stuff. So, you know, part of it's scheduling, I think a bunch of us.
Thanks for bearing with me.
Once people get in.
But back to your question, I was just gonna say, same as Stephen. And we have a lot of small communities down here. All had their own unit. We didn't necessarily recruit to come to our unit. We tried to leverage, you know, the council events and the district events and things like that, just promoting scouting as a whole. And then we would talk about some of the stuff. In the city, you probably have a lot more overlap where you're kind of fighting for the scouts. We have a bit of a captive audience.
Yeah.
It's just, they have interest in it.
You guys are doing around with 4-H, you're with sports,
Yes.
with all the things that county life brings that aren't necessarily city life opportunities.
I'm working on something. What's up?
So each
I was telling
is
kids,
gonna be a
like,
different theme.
Yeah, we're talking on the speaker right now, so we have to talk later.
oh, we play baseball or 4-H, oh, we do this, it's like, that's great. I don't really care if you do scouting or not, as long as you do something, right? Our goal,
Right, so
well, one.
what I'm trying to do is share this presentation with the meeting.
Ouch.
Okay.
If they're gonna spend the
So-
time, they're gonna invest their time and
Yeah,
energy
minimize that.
raising rabbits and goats and the horses and.
Just minimize it.
cows. The show, that's great, they're doing something.
I'm good.
But if they're just kids that are sitting on, the couch, that's who we want.
Good.
So these kids are gonna be.
I think we
busy
can
no
do
matter
it.
what. They're just,
This way.
they're like us, right? They're wired to overcommit and.
They're listening, by the way.
Lori's laughing.
Hello, people.
Yeah.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
Hi, Austin.
Hi.
Yeah, the cows for taking.
I don't think you can really.
Ah.
Down
Ah,
or the parent.
All right.
is that visible?
Parents that buy their.
Yeah, got it, thanks.
Yeah, we can see it.
So
Your mouse is plugged in here too, so you wanna go to your slide? Yeah, go to your slide, yeah. Now, can I make this full screen for him? Can I make this full screen for him?
One, you know,
Well,
I'm taking national fencing, I think. You know. And hopefully that takes off or.
Make good notes.
Yeah, there you go. Full screen up there.
Good, good.
Sean?
What's that?
Good notes for next time. Acting.
No.
I think our town master is both gotten okay today.
well, I mean, that's a bigger cultural question we're not gonna get into.
I think we're good. Can you guys all see the presentation?
Social media.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
so-
can see it.
For unit, you know, always suck. You're always out there representing it, and probably a lot of you are. We're just gonna level set. You're always close. You're always trying to bring somebody in, and invite them in.
Okay. You should have control now, sorry. No?
Just tap the, show the slideshow.
A new ad with David Montgomery in it. That's who-
What's that?
New ad with David Montgomery, the running back.
Okay.
It's a scouting ad that they show. They're handing off from Tiger Cubs to Cub Scouts to Eagles to Scouts and to David Montgomery, who's an Eagle Scout.
Oh, that's cool.
So it shows, to your point, you can do scouting and
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be scouting or. Yeah.
Oh, you're up there.
Yeah, it's not advancing.
Oh.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. First time. You know what it's supposed to be?
Right.
This is the first one, let's go over next to it.
See, because it's presenting in the meeting, I don't know what's going on.
All right, well, we'll just, let's wait. It's not actually showing anything up there.
Someone didn't take the visual technology merit badge.
I know.
And it showed.
Oh, we need to work on the technology merit badge. Austin, you know how to do the meeting. A little more than I do. There's some with space bar.
All right, anyway, so we're gonna talk about responsiveness, because we're all over that. 73% of consumers will move on to another product if they've reached out to business and they don't get the answer in 24 hours. And for us, that other business is the next year.
Can you advance it on?
Sports, 4-H, whatever it is, another activity. You all have a plan, a communication plan, one contact.
Yeah. We could
You have,
Put it in there.
timeliness.
then have them control the presentation up there.
That person, whoever takes the incoming email.
It doesn't want to be
Facebook message.
I was just trying to show it to the
Do
meeting,
they have
Which we have now.
It's not written, but it's been discussed.
but we can't advance it.
We can on the meeting, but not up there because they're two different, right? We're presenting it to the meeting for
Actually make boilerplate letters for
some reason.
every rank. It just says, hello, thanks for reaching out about Putt Scouts. I'm asking.
Put it back on his.
Scout information sheet that we made, the scout shop info. What is scouting? And learning that it's semi-controlled mayhem. You get into it, so when you show up and there's kids everywhere and you don't get it, it's okay. It's by design.
When I was, some after some years ago, when we were doing the recruiting and, you know, the new clubs and then got recruit the parents. Once we wrote down, you know, the parents for den leaders, we had already a binder with the, families handbook and, maybe some other, stuff that came in the clubs. But all in the, so they did not have to go out and buy all of it. Because there's already, they're in hacks. So, sure, yeah, maybe if they want to go, maybe they only want to go all in. But if you got like 2 kids going, it was now membership is so sky high. Something like that is the pack and hopefully the sport, a package like that for the new den leader.
Well, ideally, you pass it down generation, right? So,
That's ideal.
so the WeGo leader as a their leader is going to become the WeGo leader, and they assume the AOL handbook. So every year, there's just more required institutional knowledge.
That's if you got continuity.
That's if you have continuity. That's. That work with you now. Hey, here we go.
Rational keep changing.
You good?
Well,
Yeah.
there's that too.
Every
Again,
year, every other year, not their name, but the requirement, the book, there, like, when we were, when I was a Cub Scout in the 60s. Yeah, all right, so. Your scout book, that book was, that was changed. It isn't just a Boy Scout book, it might have got a new cover.
sure.
Or maybe one change. But your scout book, what you started with has your ego.
Yep.
You know,
Again,
so, but now it's just.
that was 60 years ago, and those were all decisions that we don't get to make.
I
We
know,
just have to live with, so.
but it costs, it's
Oh,
an enormous cost to. parents,
sure.
And as soon as we start doing that, then we get, parents get a little irate. You know, it's not like the rules of sport or 4-H or Future Farmers America changing. It's scouts that keep doing that.
Right.
And if, I'll speak from what I get in feedback, when we talk to parents, they don't see the value as they do with the sport, and I try to tell them the amount of money you pay for club sport, not so much school sport, and all the traveling you do just to make your kid what they say special or Tony Romo, because I'm from Burlington, that's all they see. Sure. They don't put the two and two together that they're spending thousands of dollars a year. in Hotel rooms, food, gas, maintenance on your vehicle, to what they spend on scouting. It's very difficult.
Absolutely.
So, you know, when you talk about turnover by years, I'm a retired room, that's exactly what that goes. Each one. Pile, because next year I guarantee it's gonna be something different.
Maybe so, but that's the solution, right? And we can't control if they change the program, we can't control if they change the book, we can't control any of that, all we can control is what we do with it. So we're here to talk about what we got, these are our best practices. So in the letter, and I just kind of passed it around, but I ripped a PDF, and actually paste the text out of Word into my email response back, personalize it, make sure that I have the kid's name right, parents' name right. But I always introduce the den leader. I always position them as being a great leader, and then if I had Eagles, if this den leader was an Eagle Scout, if this den leader had been scouting with me for 6 years, so always some kind of affirmative handoff to the den leader. And I always made sure that we had something in there about the next activity coming up. This one, when I pulled it out, this is right before back to school, we hired the frog guy. It's still. If it's the springtime, during spring improvement, I talk about summer programs. I can definitely be 18. 18 events.
It helps there were a lot of green scheduled this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it gets you out there, right? And part of the sale is just being there and being relevant, being seen in the eye.
we stick with it.
Couple Facebook basics. What's a Facebook group for the year? Private groups?
Yeah.
Who has a public page?
We're working on it.
Right.
Don't know what is considered.
Our pack has a public page.
Okay. Cool. So Scout Safe. We always, I think it's on somewhere. I would always, at our back to school nights, part of the paperwork they'd sign when we used to do recharter was a meet release. Will you allow us to use your kid in a picture online? Yes, or no, just sign off. And if it's no, you have to know that. You have to understand that family has a reason not to on it. You have to abide by it. But that is the goal. After that, scout safety, I try to limit faces. Like one-on-one, I wouldn't do just a headshot of anybody with my own kids, because my kids can be big. But never identify, right? I would never say, Bill West is finding the 30-foot repelling cord. So you never name them. You just use a picture of the kid in the activity. So, carving pumpkins, little kind of derby, got a group shot, just something about it, but not detailed. So groups, private groups are great for family communication, right? You can put all the information of your logistics, you can talk about your upcoming events, what you're gonna do, where you're gonna be, what's gonna happen. You'd never put that out in general to the public side, right? You don't wanna just invite the general public to go hang out with you. Not the way it works. But if you're gonna have an open night, if you would say, this is our back to school night, we're having this event, or we're gonna be at this parade, anything that's kind of large and in the public eye. That lives on the page, on public. That's your primary PR outlet on social media. Everything that you do on the public page is discoverable, shareable. There should be an invitation to interact. And posts only come from admins. Choose your admins wisely. They are the voice of the unit. So you don't want somebody who's cranky to talk about how terrible this deck was, and how disappointing fishing derby was, we were raining from cut fish. You want the golden retriever to be out there talking every day about how great this was, and every day they wake up and the tail wags, oh my gosh, this is awesome. You want Ryan Ball out there, every day. Everybody that knows Ryan knows what I'm talking about. But then the pages, because that's shareable, all of that information about what's coming up, all of the sales, all of the recruitment starts there. And then as the admin, you share that into your family group, right? And so now the group sees that, they should be going out and sharing the public post out to their people as well. And we'll talk about why that's important in a little bit. But that's kind of the strategy. Everything always starts at the public page and then it disseminates from there. So anytime it shows up somewhere else in somebody's feed, they can always get back to Pack 123's home Facebook page and learn more about it. Contact info is there. So that you're always driving people back to where you're telling your story. All right. Is there any questions about that? Pretty straightforward.
I'm pretty Facebook illiterate.
Okay.
For setting up a public facing page, do you create a group or would you have to use your own personal
So
Facebook
every-
credentials in order to create the group and then?
Yes. So every public page starts with a personal account. So you can set it up as the owner. And then when you age out and you cross over, you say, I'm good. Pass that ownership on to the next person. Right? Ideally, you'd set up a couple of super admins. So you get hit by a bus, you forget your password, somebody can always get in. Right? We have clients who have empowered, they've given an employee, a low-level employee the access to the Facebook page. And then they get terminated, they separate, but now it's locked out. Basically, throw. So always make sure you have some repetition. Maybe it's your Q3, maybe it's your, just a group of parents that are trustworthy, that you give the keys to always get somebody a copy of the access. Give the hospitals a super trustworthy.
I'll take it all.
Exactly.
I know, I'm paying.
all right.
Private.
That's-
Parent. Allowed to get private.
Yeah,
And then
so
the
parents,
page, I'm as part of you are.
Mhm.
I know we're working on a Facebook page and a manager.
But we have a private group, it's the public one that I'm worried about and doing it right, so that way we're not exposing anything that we shouldn't be exposing.
as long as you're not putting personal identifiable information, first name, last name, where you live, where you are, where you're going to be. Right? If you're gonna go camping and it's not a public event, you wouldn't put that out there. You put a picture of it afterward, hey, we were out at Camp Crown and it was great. People went to drop in and we had mulberries. So that you can always go backwards in time to your posts, talking about what you did do. But people, when they come to see it, they see the fun that you had. Right? But you don't want to tell them where you've done. Makes sense.
So the mechanics of actually setting that page up, is there like, is there recommended like settings or anything like that that we can kind of refer to? Or?
But it's that is super fluid.
Yeah.
Where they put things in the policies.
When you get in there, it's kind of.
When you get in there,
There's a
it'll
lot.
guide you through it, and you can always reach out. Austin was how to find me, Lorraine's how to find me. Around. It'll take me a hot second.
Just to kind of lock it down to the point where people aren't able to do things,
Yeah, so there's settings, you can have profanity filters, which is block words, you can set it up that going in comment on your posts. Part of social media is the social, so you want to have people interact and comment. I would say that instances of a bad actor, Facebook page is pretty small. If it is, it's not, it's almost never targeted. Maybe it is for scouts. We use them if they're going really strong behind the people. But it's gonna have an inline. Usually it's a bot, it's just gonna do a sales meeting. You can monitor and moderate that.
But I think the thing where you want to join a group, right? 69 tomorrow. You got time, you gotta say, yeah, I want to join this group. And somebody in that group, whoever's taking care of it, come back
In a private group, yeah.
in a private group, right? So, but, well, it's out there like different groups, like, board guys that do boards. It takes a couple of days for somebody to come back, and I don't know what they're doing as far as searching, real and stuff.
They're probably gonna, to be honest, because we have the same pack. And our challenge question is, who's your scout? Can't tell me who your scout is, then you don't. And then you just- Okay. But I think we also set our pack family group up, be non-discoverable. So all of my emails, all of my links,
How do you do that? Like, say a family ages out.
you can remove them from the group.
Okay.
I always leave them in because they're part of the family and they want to know when we're selling popcorn. Cool. That's also fun. Via read. But yeah, you can also manually move people out as an admin. So, yeah, so that's the high level of two basic functioning units. Pages can also host events, you can set up an event. Pages can advertise, so if you want to put some money into Facebook posts, pages, it's hard to do that. There's not so much. End time. Right, the end time? Okay, cool. We're gonna use the end method. That's for scouts. So in 15 minutes, we're gonna have the start of a year's worth of social media planning. And post planning. Right? Yep, I knew somebody would show up.
I gotta move more.
It's gonna be great. You guys are gonna love this. Promise.
Oh, the blood's flowing.
Oh, do we have chats in there?
Yeah, we have a chat.
To bring us up to speed on what are the questions or comments while I hand this stuff out?
I don't think there were any questions. If anyone online has any questions or wants to say anything, feel free to just shout out or type it in the chat or raise your hand or use, I guess, any of the features that Teams has, like emojis.
Just a comment back to setting up Facebook page. And I know if you're not familiar with Facebook, you may not be a chat GPT person. I just said, how do you set up a Facebook page for a scout troop? And it gives you step-by-step instructions, take suggestions on adding pictures and stuff. In person helps probably better, but boy, you got a step-by-step in 5 seconds.
So just a couple other notes that I jotted down. The market is getting used to and starting to reject AI slop. Okay, so authentic character, real pictures that we're talking about, pictures of that's doing the things. For writers, fact that AI can write posts now, really cool. But be authentic, use your own voice. Because when somebody sees your post, somebody sees your information, they get your unit and voice that they've been reading on social media and the match who you actually are. Big disconnect. So always talk about yourselves authentically. You are. You can have your family start dumping photos with a shared Google Drive. If they, on the family side, they post pictures from events from there, you can grab them, download them and use them. So use your families. That's the photographers, maybe you have somebody who's on social media. All that person put together. This is an exercise that I do with clients, we'll just do the short version. Got time. On the right side. I'm just gonna step through this, then we'll do this in small group. So what we do is we start with 6 to 12 really top level ideas, right? These are the big ideas that you want to get across and communicate out to the market. And that could be routes in the fall, that could be as easy as the premise of the scout law, break it down by month. It could be seasonal and cyclical. We have shooting, we have camp, we have popcorn resale. Those are kind of the big picture, kind of the big high level item. From there, then you take one at a time and just start to develop 4 to 8 sub ideas. Right, so popcorn season, this season. So you can talk about all hero reads and guys are important. Talk about our scouts are going to be out in front of Lowe's this. The audits at Festival Foods, selling, make sure you stop buying the plane. So that's, when you get to this level, these are more of the kind of the topic that you want to have. So my example, I talked about summer is coming. First topic is hiring staff. Second topic is hiring staff. It's a great first job. Third topic is game registrations. And then fourth, I have informed donors, and we want to tell big corporations why this is important. They're involved. Okay. So then in the actual content column, this is where you actually do your competition. And it's 1 to 3 sentences. It's super short. It's hard to do. You don't think that it's hard to tell your message in 1 to 3 sentences, but it is. And then the next column is because this is a working document. This is where I catalog all the media that I'm doing. So if you have an actual JPEG name, you put that there in that column. Sorry, guys, I'm lying.
And it'll be emailed out.
Yeah, we'll email us out. Yeah, you can't see that at all. I'm sorry. And then at the very end, I have a posting date because this is a 12-month. This is a 12-month planner, or in this case, a 3-month planner. You don't want to run all the same topics in a row and then go to the next topic. You want to shuffle them up. So, once you guys hop back in your small groups. And then walk together with these top of mind messages. So 3 messages for the first column. And if you're super motivated, throw in some subtopics. And we'll give you 5 minutes to work on that. Then let's circle back up.
Is this in here?
No, I will make sure you get a copy of that.
Okay.
So I'll get a copy, Sandra will get a copy. And this worksheet will be in the distribution packet when it goes out. So, and it's an Excel sheet, so you can scale it. You can do all 12 of them as a den leader project or a committee project. So, there's nothing worse than somebody coming to you and saying, hey, we need a year's worth of social media and go. So. You guys should do this too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, have a real plan.
Want to come up and do a speech? Okay. Do a little workshop? All right. I'll talk to Nick. We'll get something going.
Nick, I'm coming for you, buddy. How you doing, boys?
It is. Communicating. Maybe change location. Although I do. Whatever. So then I.
Well, Lindsay, if you need anything, let me know. There's plenty of resources to go around in not only this room, or online, but, like online right now in the chat, but also online, in general. So feel free to Google something if you got a question. Otherwise, yeah, come to me. My name is Austin. There I am. And, I'd love to help. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You don't know what you're up against. So, things like that. That's really.
Yeah.
We don't have any. Is that? I would say as long as you're clear. Maybe they don't. But I've got usually one that says taxi, I didn't know that's.
Oh.
Right, exactly, right, yeah, for the brand stuff. Yeah, yeah, everything that we do is our, yeah. And it's but there was one or two kids events that's kind of their struggle. We just kind of made them so that they take it over. And we, yeah. Mainly it was just parents taking over.
I mean, I.
But now. Yeah, yeah, I mean.
All right, let's circle back up to so I want to share what are some of your top level, top line topics?
Fun.
Fun, Scouts is fun, absolutely.
Fundraising.
Fundraising, Scouts are always fundraising. Join us, join us. It's never a bad time to join Scouts.
Lifelong values.
Absolutely,
Meet new friends.
always about friends.
Did you throw a high adventure in there too?
I would throw a high adventure in there if I was, absolutely. Maybe even for a Cub Scout pack, this is what your future looks like.
Community service.
Community service, that is probably one of the most recognizable features of Scout. Kids out with garbage bag, picking up trash, doing work. All right, so we got some good high level, do we come up with an interesting post, or any interesting content that you want to share? Two, 1 to 3 sentences?
Say, under skills, kind of as a subtopic, what do you like to do? There's a badge for that. Instead of there's an app for that.
And then I'd grab a kid with a full sash
Yeah.
and big smile. Okay? So, so, I mean, the world's your oyster. There are scouting guidelines. Red sent me the link with the digital materials that go out. Scouting guide for the say social media.
On the brand center, so BSA's brand center, they actually have a styles guide.
Okay.
That has like fonts, it has downloadable pictures.
it actually has like a lot of rank insignias and all sorts of other things, but it has like color guides and everything else. So all I had to do was just log into the brand center, or I think it's brand center.
Yep.
And then you have access to all that information.
Right. You be mindful that, all the logos, all the slug lines, they're all copyright, they're all trademark. Generally speaking, we use them for our recruitment purposes.
But the point is, if say you're gonna do an Eagle Court of Honor and you're struggling to find rank insignias,
They're all-
brand center. Now I got PNG files that I can, or I got vector files, I can scale them up, make what I need, and it's all there. So,
Yeah, and I don't know how many are Canva users, Canva's out there. You can layer your images, throw scout logo at the top and watermark it, brand it up.
I also want to mention on that Grand Center, Micah Master and I use it too. They have images of scouts, so if you don't want to use your own kids, they have images of scouts in the forest, in the nature, posing with their uniforms, all this stuff. So if you need images of scouts and kids and doing stuff, they got you covered.
I would add to that though, that scouting is a micro, like a hyper local activity. This is, you were 25, the closest friends on the 11. So the more locally you can make it look, the more authentic you can make it look. Better. The stuff in the brand center is awesome. They have a great agency that's done an amazing job of making super squeaky clean pictures. With the Crayola box and the kids, so varying disabilities and abilities, and like they cover all boxes, right? And that's important because we want everybody to be able to see themselves somewhere in Scotland. But it also looks very professional. So
It does, but
a good blend is a good way to go, right? But if you want to grab onto like the recruiting campaign that they have, that's a great way to jump on a national marketing bandwagon. So yeah, we're part of this too. Or you can take the other way and say, yeah, we're part of Scouts, but this is who we are. So two directions there, two schools of thought, both of them are right. Really, it's up to what you guys want to do and how you want to connect yourselves. Real quick. So we've got posts, we've got starting the posts, we've got some ideas, we've got a great worksheet. Up to you to get the word out, 90,000 people without spending a dime.
Sure.
That's what we share.
like, here,
Extra emphasis on sharing. So let's say that, let's say you had a public Facebook page that's been around for a little while, you've got about 125 followers on that. Okay. When you post out, the friend of theirs are 125 people. That's your goal. So now, let's say in your unit, you have 20 families, 1.8 adults and 1.8 people that have an account. Let's say each of them has 500 friends, right? Not too uncommon, it's pretty good average. If all of your families post out, share your post, now it's the market for like 18,000 people like that. Let's just ask the families to share posts that you put out on. Now, let's say 1% of this 18,000 people thinks that's an interesting post. Rye, cool, want to share popcorn, they remember being in the Pinewood Room when they were a kid, and they want to share it out. 1% of the secondary people share. 181 people plus 500 friends each. That really is 90,625 people that have the potential to reach. That's the goal. The likelihood of getting all of those people to share and hitting 90,000 is pretty small, not gonna lie. I've never done it. But the potential is there. Don't have to pay social media if you have a good group of families, a good group of Facebook users that would share your content, that would share it out, and not just hit the share button and go, but hit the share button and take a little note about why it's important to you, right? So If the truth is going to haunted hayride, the post on, like, hey, there's a haunted hayride, it's been fun. I'm gonna share the truth, but I'm gonna talk about why I like it, or what my kids are doing in conjunction with haunted hayride, and how much they'd like to see their friends come out to. It's scary. Their display this week. So it's not just hitting the share button, but it's getting at that context, that personal touch, that your friends know you. And if they see that it's important enough for you to share and say something about it, that's more likely to catch their attention than if you just hit the share button every time you're after you tweet, put something out. So it's social media for a reason. It's social media. People love social. So talk about it, be excited about it. Don't give up confidentiality with kids, but talk about why you like it. What they do for it. So what you can do, again, like and follow the unit social media as yourself. Encourage your parents to do the same. Share posts with a comment. Encourage your friends to do the same. One thing we didn't touch on yet is sharing units event posts to the local school and church groups. Right? That's where families are going to look for information. I joined all the PTO private groups that I could get myself into. And then we had Good Night and the Frog Guide unit. Every PTO had a frog back post on their feed. And everybody knew that Jeffrey Elementary got a frog back post. And that you should be there at school. But I was always up front about it. I was never sneaky. I always told them who I was representing, and what I was going to do on it. Some groups have rules about it, some don't. Some never approved my posts, and a lot of them did. And we're able to pull kids in from, I had 10 different schools represented at the time before I did that. So just because you're connected to a school or a church or a civic organization doesn't mean that's the end of your recruiting. Get out there. You're active and you're doing a ton of activities and you're getting kids a great experience. Tell people. Even if the school hasn't had the truth connected to it, you're offering a better program than the indigenous truth is. They're going to go visit you. Right? That's why it's important to know why is your unit special. What do you do that the other units don't do? Why would the kids want to be there and talk about it? With that, it's open mic. I will leave that. Any questions, any thoughts, anything before we close?
To your last comment on cross recruiting across multiple schools, there's a level of respect among PACs that we don't go into their home schools and we don't recruit from their home schools because that's where their home base is. And when you start doing that, you're going to start creating unnecessary drama and bad blood and things of that nature. So that's something that everyone don't be aware of.
I guess I never did that either, but we certainly recruited all the open schools. Sure. And I know that all the other packages, that's in their posts as well. But yeah, anything that doesn't, I guess, that doesn't have an embedded unit that's the fair game. But it wasn't uncommon that I get kids showing up out of nowhere from a school that has a unit. Just to look that up. The word of mouth is strong.
Or the night that their meeting doesn't work for them and your stuff.
Sure.
There's two questions online.
Right.
Well, it's,
You can talk, they're on speaker.
yeah, they put it in the chat, so I'll read it off. There are a couple PACs, Facebook pages that have been getting shut down through the automatic content monitoring that Meta does. Do you know what tends to trigger this and have any tips to avoid?
My emails is totally separate bugger.
Yeah.
But Facebook, maybe copyrights? I mean,
It'd have to be some
I'd be
Facebook
interested in
policy.
seeing which posts they flag. And it's all done by bot.
We all know how I feel about bots.
I think it was more of a proactive attempt as to how to mitigate any
Yeah.
potential banning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
if it becomes an issue, contact Wade, yeah. Yeah, apparently there's been a couple, so, another question. What is a good way to, recruit using your public Facebook page? It's really good for their existing members, but, not too effective at, opening up. And I know that was a large part of the conversation, today, but is there any other hierarchy things you want to say?
Put your upcoming recruiting events out on your page and start sharing it. Right, share. That's the best way to
Yeah, and I'll
use Facebook.
Go back to
recruit
this,
Is to get
this
out
graphic.
past that second ring. You can get out past the barrier islands, out into the wild where you don't know who's coming to you. That's a good thing. And that's hard to do.
Are we still doing,
Perfect, thanks.
like traditionally it was in the fall, we do the recruitment. And last year it was like, hey, we're year round now.
Right.
And is maybe the recruitment still targeting that the fall, or is it kind of meaning messaging for, hey, come on down year round,
So
maybe?
my message out, if somebody came in from the PIN or from FellowshipCupScouts.org or a website, they came looking for information. My first sentence is always, it's never a bad time to join Scouts. Right? But our big traditional marketing push is in the fall, because this is when everybody hits the reset button on what are we doing this year. So if we're not in the game,
Throughout the year, we have a couple extra fun events. We do a downhill derby, the rain gutter regatta. So we'll try to post some stuff around that time or share it, whether it's with the school page or like, this is an in particular time, maybe, football's finished up and the kids now has a free spot now that it's winter time. They get John more basketball finished up there in the winter and now it's getting towards summer. Hey, come out, check us out before we get summer and then sign up, and be able to do all the summer programs.
I love that. Hit in between the sports seasons, that gap of opportunity. I'm not sure.
Great back. You got openings.
Yeah, I'm
Just an hour a week.
Per child.
I'm fresh out of fifth graders. Fourth grade, all right.
All right,
This
thank you.
is the chime. I gotta go.
Thank you, Wade.
Lori knows how to find me. I'll do my best to answer whatever I can.
Okay, real quick, at the end of each roundtable, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give a quick listing of what upcoming training and activities are coming for the next month. So I'm just gonna go through this real quick, but you can find all the details on the council website. Cub Scout training, Balloon is September 21st to 22nd, check-in 7:30 Saturday, check-out Sunday. You have to do the online training for it first, and you have to take the safeguarding youth training. Cost is $35 by September 15th. Equipment list will be given to you after the registration. Scouts PSA, the introduction to outdoor leading skills, September 19th to 21. That's Friday through Sunday. Pre-requisite have to take hazardous weather training. Cost is $45 by September 15th. To see the participant guide to see what to bring. All leaders, there's an adult and pediatric first aid and CPR AED training. September 22nd at the Milwaukee office from 6 to 9 p.m. Cost is $50. Merit badges being offered at Harvest Weekend. They're having chess, citizen of the nation, fire mechanics, fish and wildlife management. At the Tri-District Camporee, they're having American business, American labor, citizen in the nation, communications, first aid, forestry, Indian law, archaeology, canoeing, coin collecting, disability awareness, personal finance, personal management, and then full day ones are archery, plumbing, which has a $10 fee, and sign, signal, and code. Lots of nerd daddies being offered there. Upcoming training, upcoming activities, the District Camp Meeting, the 26th through the 28th. It's open to Scouts, PSA, Cubs on Saturday only, adult leaders, volunteers, families. Cub Scouts are $20 for Saturday only, Scouts PSA $30 for the weekend, if you register before the 10th. Otherwise, it goes up to $45. Food time travelers coming up on October 4th in Burlington. Check-in is in the basement of the Burlington Library. Cost is $10. It includes the pass, but does not include lunch. Deadline to register is October 2nd. Speaking of that, I'm looking for adult volunteers to help me that day. So if you can help out with food, get hold of me afterwards. New Cub Scout Sunday, October 11th, check in at 9. Events from 9:30 to noon. It's only for new scouts that have signed up after August 1st. $12 per scout. There's a lunch optional for $5 per person. We're gonna have archery, guns, safety programs, and more. August family camping weekend, October 10th to 12th. Club events include BB guns, archery, adventure, fishing, campsite activities, Scouts CSA, shooting sports, fishing, campfire planning, and meal badging. Price is $80 for the Cub Scouts, $80 for Scouts CSA, $65 each for adults and siblings, children under 5, $35. Funded hayride and walk is October 17th and 18th. Hayrides start at 7 on Friday and 6 on Saturday. And the last wagon is at 9:20. Afternoon Saturday hayride is noon to 2. Cost is $10. $12 at the door. Passes are available. And the last thing is we are doing a council-wide run the Dakota 5K event on October 25th at 9 a.m. It's a run walk. They're going to time, but it's not going to be the really complicated one. They're going to have prizes for the winners in each category. So that's what's coming up these next 2 months. Is there anything else that needs to be talked about? If not.
I think that, one of the ones.
That'd be me.
I know we haven't done these in the past, but at least in the past, with the 2 years that I've been coming to our roundtable meetings with food here and there. But it is my honor to award Bob Gillette, the Commissioner Award of Excellence in Media. No, Bob has been here for many years now, and he has been a great asset to all of us.
Speech.
Actually, I think, so for November, roundtable, I was asked to do a presentation for Scout Club. To focus that meeting within the time that we have, what I want to do is try to send out a small survey to everyone and basically ask generally, are you a user? Do you need, what issues do you have? So we can focus that meeting specifically on those. And if it becomes larger, then maybe we'll just schedule a second meeting. Focus would be trying to get the units up and running and using it, and try to answer some of those questions.
I'm Joe Hackman, District Chair. Hanging on that next month's roundtable, we've got a guest speaker from the region, but our council service territory is coming to talk about training. So if you got training questions, he sits on the national committee. So if you don't like something or you like something, you've got his ear for at least an hour next week with things. So, or next month. Thank you. This was for finding the high school. And the parking and the doors and the steps and watch your emails next month. We're gonna work on a little directions and logistics a little bit differently. The athletic director here was gracious enough on short notice to allow us to have these rooms for no cost. So, we got what we got, and then we're gonna rock and roll from there, but kind of keep an eye on your email announcements for next month.
Austin said that if you click on the calendar for the roundtables, it'll bring up some information for you about it. Right? Austin?
Yep, yeah, so every online on the council's calendar, each roundtable will have the theme and the directions that is specific for the month, as to how to get into the building and what rooms we'll be in. I believe we'll be in these rooms,
We'll be in these rooms
but
here.
with construction happening on the north lot, just keep an eye out, for emails, because I'll be sending reminders that way. And then if, as a fail safe, go check out the council calendar. That'll be as updated as I am, and I think as we are as a district.
Thank you. Okay, I got a little flyer reminder. On the table there. Might want to take one of these home and put on the refrigerator. Because we're going from Tuesdays to Wednesdays and also Dick Roberts to here, so you might want to have that on your refrigerator. So take one.
Go back to training real quick. Yes, I'm short. Hi. So my name's Kai. I am the chair of our council special needs and disability committee. I want to invite everyone out, even if you're not just coming out for the district camporee. If you are, awesome, please talk. We are doing a special needs and disabilities in-person training. It'll be 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. You can go that long. I could. No, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. We're going to touch on a lot of those hot topics: ADHD, autism, physical camping issues, a lot of that stuff. We're going to try to cram it all in 2 hours, so we're going to have a little bit of fun too. So please come out. And if you're able to help with the Try This for Camporee, with club activities, you want to help out with little kids, come talk to me, please.
All right. That's it. That's it.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
We'll see you next month, and the theme is what's coming new and training. Make sure you bring your training people with you, bring more than one person from your faculty. Everyone's invited.
Good luck by the parking lot. No, I didn't say that.
Thanks for joining us.
Move to adjourn. Second. Second.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and I can connect you with anyone appropriate. And then all this information will be mailed out as well. So the actual slide doc that we went over today and all the different forms, including the release form for the media, all that will be emailed out. So keep an eye on your email. I don't know how quickly that will be coming, and I believe it'll be coming from Sandy. But to be determined, just keep an eye on your email in the next couple of days.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks
Thank you
again,
so
Austin.
much.
So, thanks.
All right. Bye.
Yeah.